One interesting thing is the content. I'm sure you heard the term content mill. Content mill just means like a
Yes.
place that just cranks out content. Um, so we did this experiment a long time ago, a couple of years ago, where we got a bunch of people on Fiverr to write articles for $5 a piece on
Okay.
like every writing topic under the sun. And we openly published this. We're just like, yo, this site's going to get real spammy for a second. And so we got all these people to do it at scale. I wasn't involved in any of them. I didn't edit any of them. I didn't do anything. They were all uploaded automatically. So we had 50 posts in like what we called a glossary, right? And in the first like 6 weeks or something, nothing happened at all. And I was like, well, I just wasted several $100s. That was nothing. But then 2 years later, you find these like random articles that just start peaking and getting a lot of traffic out of nowhere. They're not necessarily the most related, so it's not like they like bring in tons of business, but they do bring in some search traffic. What are your thoughts on these content mills and playing that game of like put out 150 posts, maybe two will hit?
Uh, it's high risk because it can bring down the rest of the site in a way. Like those other things are weighing against other elements, so that could work. But if you have a very lucrative other page, you're putting that at risk trying to get two winners there. I think you could throw up a hypothetical site and do that and test it, and maybe you make some money off of AdSense or something like that around certain topical silos. And I think I've heard of some of those behind the scenes people doing that in terms of like throwing up a shitty site on certain topics, seeing what sticks and what sort of starts ranking, and then double down on that. That's not a terrible strategy. I do think today Google's smarter, and if you're just trying to wing ranking for something without topical expertise, good luck long term.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah.
Some of those things like kind of panned out a little bit and we kept those posts, but overall it just felt like a weird strategy to like do. It felt
And,
like a little bit gaming the system.
yeah, I mean, in a way, I think that is almost a way of probably not. It is luck. It's almost like luck, spray and pray, and you happen to hit on something low competition is most likely what's happening there. Is that happens all the time with random websites. You hear the stories. Oh, I rank for this stupid, completely non-relevant keyword that is like porn related. It's probably you just hit on some non-competitive thing, which probably isn't that, but you hit on that and then it starts ranking. And that's just probably pure luck. But that is one outcome that can happen when you have an authoritative site.
Well, we also found that the articles that ranked really well is what we call, like, I guess, like high school content. It's like high school kids
Okay.
looking up like what is a glossary or what is a thesaurus, so like random little search terms like that. That they get traffic, but it's just like ultimately it doesn't bring us any business or the right audience. So it's kind of like I'm not sure if that's even really worth it.
Which sounds exactly that. That sounds because no one monetized it, can really monetize it most likely. That's probably why it's not competitive. That's why you rank for it. That it's not universally true, but more often than not.
Yeah, theoretically, ultimately, Google will probably just answer their question of like, what is this? It's like a dictionary question. So that'll.
Yeah, they can. There are some. One thing we didn't touch on that we've been doing more of recently is like those things can attract links over time, depending on the concept. Probably in elementary school stuff, not as much. But if you're like in cybersecurity and it's a what is blank topic, people will grab that definition and link to it on their website. So increasingly, we're trying to show up in searches like that, where someone might grab a data point like, what is the cost to remodel my kitchen? It's $20,000. They'll find the reference point linked to you. So you as an engine could find that and aim to rank for that, and that could power your site from a link standpoint. So that's more and more what we're doing today. Like, what is the ideal blog post length? That would be something maybe you already have that article, but you have the authority to rank on, probably could attract like 300, 400 links over time just from someone randomly finding that in the quick answer and linking to you.
So it's not the best strategy, but it's a strategy.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a thing. Like
Yeah.
So I mean, I will say there is something about just like spending a lot of time on one great piece of work that I think you just naturally feel proud of.
Yeah.
That's actually helpful. And I've noticed like one good blog post can return for like 5 years. And I'm talking like actual clients that you want, get signups, emails, subscribes, your social channels. All it's like one good blog post can really go a hell of a long way.